Hi guys and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about none the less but Daisy Jazz Isabel Ridley, featuring from the Star Wars sequel trilogy The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. But do you really know who she is and how she came to become such a successful actress? Well, in this video we're going to dig in her life, career, personal life, and some interesting facts, so stick around to the end. Daisy Jazz Isabel Ridley, born on 10th of April 1992, is an English actress. She rose to prominence for her role as Rey in the Star Wars sequel trilogy The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker. She also appeared in the mystery film Murder on the Orient Express, played the title character of the romantic drama Ophelia, and has done occasional voice acting such as the live-action animated film Peter Rabbit and video games including 12 Minutes. Daisy Jazz Ridley was born on 10 of April 1992 in the London Borough of Westminster and grew up in Maida Valley. She is the youngest of three daughters born to Christopher Ridley, a photographer, and Louise Corbett, who works in international communications for a bank. She has two older sisters, Kika Rose and Poppy Sophia, as well as two older half-sisters. Her mother's family, the Faulkner Corbetts, were landed gentry with a military and medical background. Her paternal great-uncle Arnold Ridley served in the military as well. He separately forged a career as a playwright and actor, and is best remembered for playing Private Godfrey in the sitcom That's Army. Arnold Ridley's brother, Daisy's grandfather, John Harry Dean Ridley, OBE, was head of the engineering secretariat at the BBC from 1950 to 1965. Ridley has stated that while growing up, her favorite film was Matilda, referring to the titular character played by Mara Wilson as a role model. While not a particularly strong Star Wars fan as a youth, she dedicatedly followed the Harry Potter series. Ridley won a scholarship to Tring Park School for the Performing Arts in Hertfordshire, which she attended from ages 9 to 18. She then studied classical civilization at Birkbeck University of London before dropping out to focus on her acting career. Prior to being cast in Star Wars The Force Awakens, Ridley worked for nearly 2 years as a bartender at two different pubs in London. In 2016, she began studying for a Bachelor of Arts in Social Science through online courses with the Open University. Ridley began her career with minor roles in television programs Youngers, Toast of London, Silent Witness, Mr. Selfridge, and Casualty. She appeared in the short film Blue Season, which was entered into the Sci-Fi London 48-Hour Film Challenge. Ridley played the lead in film 3 of Lifesaver, interactive film which was nominated for a BAFTA Award. She also appeared in the music video for Wiley's song Lights On, playing the character of Kim. Ridley made her film debut in the 2015 British independent horror film Scroll, after her scenes from the British comedy film The Inbetweeners 2 were removed in the final cut. In April 2014, the casting of Ridley as Rey, one of the lead characters in Star Wars The Force Awakens, was announced. She was cast for the film in February 2014. At the time of her casting, she was, according to Rolling Stone, a total unknown. Her choice by director J.J. Abrams was seen as a repeat of George Lucas's move of casting relatively unknown actors for the lead roles in the first Star Wars film in 1977. Ridley began filming her scenes in May 2014 at Pinewood Studios in Buckinghamshire, and prior to the film's release in December 2015, she appeared at the launch of a set of Star Wars postage stamp issued by the UK Postal Service Royal Mail, with her character Rey featuring on the stamp along with the droid BB-8. With international revenues of over 2 billion, The Force Awakens was a major box office hit and the highest grossing film of 2015. Her performance received critical acclaim, with Richard Roeper describing her portrayal as a breakout performance and adding, Harrison Ford has a terrific father-figure chemistry shared with Ridley and John Boyega. Ridley became the executive producer of the documentary The Eco Huntress in January 2016, which premiered at the Sundance Film Festival on 24th of January 2016. She also recorded narrator for the film's wide release. Ridley was one of several actors featured on Barbra Streisand's 2016 album Encore, Movie Partners Sing Broadway. Along with Anne Hathaway, Ridley and Streisand performed the song at the ballet from a chorus line, with Ridley performing the role of Bebe, one of a trio of dancers hoping to be cast in a forthcoming show. In 2017, she portrayed Mary Debenham in Murder on the Orient Express, an adaptation of Agatha Christie's detective novel of the same name. Directed by the starring Kenneth Branagh, production began in London in November 2016. She also reprised her role as Rey opposite Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker in Star Wars The Last Jedi, which was released in December 2017. In January 2018, she starred in the titular role in Ophelia, a reimagining of the Hamlet tale alongside Naomi Watts and Clive Owen. The project was filmed from April to July 2017 and debuted at the 2018 Sundance Film Festival. In February the same year, she voiced the role of Cottontail in Peter Rabbit, an adaptation of the children's stories of the same name by Beatrix Potter. In December 2019, Ridley appeared as Rey in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, the last film in the sequel trilogy. She initially said she would not reprise her role again after this film, and is quoted as saying, "I don't think anything could top The Rise of Skywalker for this character." However, she does show interest in returning as the character if needed, saying, "Never say never, I'm always open to revisit, but also the beautiful thing is it's this wonderful, huge universe with all of these stories that have yet to be told. I think there's a lot of cool things to be made before any potential revisit." She also saw some truth in her co-star Boyega's claim that she would feel jealous if subsequent films were made with somebody else playing Rey. In 2021, Ridley co-starred in the film Chaos Walking, an adaptation of the young adult novel by Patrick Ness. She played Viola Aid opposite Tom Holland, who played Todd Hewitt. The film was released on March 5, 2021 and had been delayed occasionally due to poor test screening that followed the film reshoots and later due to COVID-19 pandemic. It received negative reviews and was a box office flop. She lent her voice to the point-and-click mystery video game 12 Minutes alongside James McAvoy and William Dafoe. The game received positive reviews, with Ridley's performance being praised by critics. She also made a surprise appearance in Judd Apatow's 2022 movie The Bubble as Kate, a horny AI. The film received negative reviews. Ridley started filming the lead role in The Marsh King's Daughter in Ontario, Canada on 7th of June 2021. Filming wrapped on 6th of August same year. She has signed on for a sci-fi mystery thriller film called Mindfall, with Matthew Kosovitz attached to direct, and is currently shooting a biopic for Disney Plus titled Young Woman in the Sea, in the role of Gertrude Edel. In 2022, she shot the indie film titled Sometimes I Think About Dying in Astoria, Oregon, with Rachel Lambert directing, and Ridley additionally served as a first-time main producer on the project. She will voice a character in the French stop-motion animated film The Inventor, set to release in 2023. In May 2022, it was announced that Ridley would star in Magpie, a contemporary noir thriller written by her partner Tom Bateman, based on Ridley's original story idea, which is said to be directed by Sam Yates. Ridley, Bateman, and Kate Solomon of 55 Films act as producers for Magpie and describe the film as a Hitchcockian thriller that will take audiences on a genuine ride. Filming began in London in January 2023. On 7th of April 2023, it was revealed at Star Wars Celebration that Ridley would reprise her role as Rey in an upcoming untitled Star Wars film directed by Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, with Ridley appearing on stage. Ridley resides in Primrose Hill in London. Since 2017, she has been in a relationship with actor Tom Bateman, who she met on the set of Murder on the Orient Express. In January 2023, during the Sundance Film Festival, Ridley confirmed that she and Bateman had married. In 2016, Ridley revealed she had been diagnosed with endometriosis and polycystic ovary syndrome at the age of 15, requiring her to undergo multiple laparoscopic surgery procedures. She stated that her condition left her feeling low in self-esteem and confidence due to acne which followed. Following the 2016 Teen Choice Awards, which paid tribute to victims of gun violence, Ridley posted on both Instagram and Facebook an anti-gun violence message. Her post prompted backlash from the public, with critics accusing Ridley of hypocrisy in reference to the violence directed in her Star Wars films. Because of this, she deleted her social media accounts, but briefly returned to Instagram, claiming the reason for the deletion was because she had a busy few months ahead and so wanted less distractions. She reiterated this statement in 2017, saying that social media is highly unhealthy for people's mental health, including hers. Ridley further commented on the topic in a 2019 interview, vowing never to return on social media. She said, "I honestly think now with social media and stuff it's great to have freedom of expression, but I do feel like people think opinions have so much weight. I don't really think bad vibes should have the sun shone on them. It's dangerous. It's great in that respect for people who are in serious and dire situations to be able to be communicating, but for the most part I think no, no, no." On April 4th, 2022, Ridley returned to Instagram again after 6 years of being off the platform. In her first post, she is seen sipping tea and engaging in self-care, refreshed, recharged, and ready for what I'm calling my year of yes. Ridley was welcomed back to Instagram by her Orient Express co-star Leslie Odom Jr. and Chewbacca actor Jonas Suotamo. In a 2023 interview with the Rolling Stone, Daisy Ridley reflects on life after Star Wars and overcoming social anxiety. The British actress opens up about her sweet Sundance film "Sometimes I Think About Dying" and her different path after starring as Rey in the Star Wars trilogy. You're probably aware of Ridley's origin story by now, but after the series of bit parts, including the underrated comedy masterpiece Toast of London, she was bartending when J.J. Abrams discovered her and cast her as Rey, a budding Jedi Master and a leader of the Resistance in the new Star Wars trilogy. She is now 30 and charting a new path since Lightsaber. In Sometimes I Think About Dying, she plays Fran, a woman who does data entry in a nondescript office in a quaint coastal town in Oregon. Ridley sat down with Rolling Stone at Sundance to discuss her new film, social anxiety, and life post-Star Wars. "It's quite a performance, but there's a lot brewing underneath the surface. Was a dense character study like this something you were looking hard for? It's funny because I'm not that sort of strategic, and to be honest, I think some people are strategic and it works well for them, but I read a lot of stuff and I like what I like. In the past year and a half, I've made three wildly different movies. I did think, and this is kind of hilarious, oh, this is the first film I have not run in. I just got to sit down, lie down, and it was great. By the way, I can't help but notice the ring. Did you get married? Yes, I got married. Congratulations. In the film, your character Fran is in a great deal of pain but has trouble vocalizing it. Is that something you could relate to as someone who deals with chronic pain? I feel a huge amount of empathy for the character. I'm not the most social person. I find social interactions a lot of times quite difficult unless there's a reason. Work meetings are fine. If there is a purpose, I'm fine, but otherwise, I've always found social interactions difficult. And coming out of the pandemic, there was this one dinner. I thought this is really, really hard to just be with people. I think many people put so much weight on work where if you're not working, you think, oh no, what am I going to do? I like to be part of things. Fran is a little obnoxious sometimes, like, oh, I'm sort of above this, but then also desperately wants to be part of things. I understand that in a smaller way. I see it. I see people who really struggle to be around people and think they're masking it, but they're masking it badly. It must be exhausting, and I drew on myself and also others I have seen. Yes, you mentioned the pandemic and when things began getting a bit closer to normal and people started interacting together in person again, those first social interactions seemed quite alien and awkward. I think in general she does not feel worthy, which a lot of people understand. Occasionally I think, why would people want to hang out with me? People are constantly questioning where they fit into the landscape of the world and if they are doing enough to be a part of things and connect. It's gotten a lot more intense and it's going to be so long until we have fully rectified that. Thank you guys for watching, and please do subscribe to my channel, like if you like this video, and comment down below with any thoughts, and stick around and tune in for more interesting content to come. Thank you. Bye.